911, do you have an emergency?
Today on Rescue 911, a family outing takes a tragic turn. An unlicensed scuba diver delves into deep trouble.
He grabbed my regulator out of my mouth.
She was screaming for help. Oh my God, he's gonna die.
I couldn't tell his parents that he drowned.
Plus, a hornet bite threatens a grown man's life.
Within a matter of seconds, he was suffocating.
I thought he was dead.
On Rescue 911.
It's not always easy to walk away from an adventure, but there can be a high price to pay for not accepting the limits of our abilities. I'm William Shatner. Tonight, true stories of heroes who think with their hearts on Rescue 911. We begin on May 29th, 1993, as Rita Cannell, her husband, her son, and his close friend were preparing to go scuba diving in Puget Sound near Seattle, Washington. Although 20-year-old Greg Goldstein had no formal training, he was excited about making his first real dive that afternoon.
Greg had been talking to my parents about diving and all the situations we've done, all the experiences we've had, and he was really excited about going diving.
Okay, do the big Velcro one first.
We had gone out the weekend before and done a lot of practice. We went through everything I could think of that I had gone through with my certification.
Greg had such a great dive, his first dive. We weren't that concerned about his certification.
When we got to the bottom, we could not even see Bob and Jason due to the poor visibility. Greg and I decided that we would go about our dive thinking that we would eventually meet up with them. I love to dive in Puget Sound because it's dark, soft. The life is very, very quiet and still. There's kind of a mystery to it. I realized that we were close to 75 feet. I didn't want to be that deep with Greg. So I signaled that we were going to go up. He had his buoyancy device in his hand and he was having trouble with his inflator. I looked at Greg's gauge and realized we're in trouble. He has no air left. And then he grabbed my regulator out of my mouth. It took me a moment to get my emergency, get it cleared and get it in my mouth. But we had plenty of air to get us to the surface. I didn't feel we were in any type of a critical situation at all. We were just going to buddy breathe up to the surface. We started kicking. And we were kicking so hard that I was getting cramps in my legs. But we could get nowhere. Greg was too heavy. I was going to ditch his weight belt. Greg let go of me to grab that regulator. I was like a cork shooting out of control to the surface. I had a sensation of Greg on the bottom without air, and I knew that he was drowning. I knew that.
When we continue,
I thought, how will I tell his mother? What will I say to his mother? I couldn't tell his parents that he drowned.
Rita happened to surface right near Trucks Turkla and 2 other rescue-certified dive masters.
She came up so fast that she shot out of the water. She was screaming for help. Oh my God, he's gonna die.
My buddy is down there. I just lost my buddy.
Where is he? How far?
She says he's right below us. He's directly below us at 70, 75 feet. He's still down there. You gotta go get him.
How much air do you guys have?
I didn't have enough air to go back down, but Bill and Ken both told me they had enough air.
Go! Go!
She was almost hysterical. She almost fought me to go back down.
No, you come with me.
Come
on to the boat.
I thought, how will I tell his mother? What will I say to his mother?
Calm down.
I couldn't tell his parents that he drowned. They had to save him.
Although trained in rescue diving, Bill Kaloran and Ken Kali'ia'a had never tried to save someone before.
I noticed there was some bubbles coming up, so I went straight down and followed his bubbles.
And we descended for about 15, 20 feet, and the trail of bubbles just disappeared. And right there, I knew that there was no more breathing involved whatsoever by this person down there.
I was just lucky. I found him right where I landed, on the bottom. His mask was off his face, his eyes was wide open, his skin was real pale, like a picture out of a horror movie.
Ken was struggling to try to bring him up, so I immediately dumped his weight belt. On our way up, I was constantly looking at his face to look for any kind of movement or any kind of sign of consciousness, and there was none whatsoever. They got him! Okay. I knew he wasn't breathing, but I checked to make sure anyway. He's not breathing. He's not breathing. And we started our mouth-to-mouth count, breathing for him every 5 seconds.
1,002, 1,003, 1,004.
And as you're counting, you're starting to remove your equipment.
1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004.
I was able to get on the boat very quickly. I got inside and I tried to start it. It wouldn't start.
1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. 1,004. Hey! Hey!
A guy in a Zodiac was cruising by. I said, quick, we have a drowned diver. You get him in the boat, get him to shore, and call 911.
1,001, 1,002.
As I was into giving him mouth-to-mouth several cycles, I noticed he inhaled on his own.
Breathing!
And that was the best thing I'd ever seen that whole day.
Come on, pal! Come on, man! Come on, man! Bill and I just started to yell, breathe, breathe, come on. Don't stop breathing, just breathe, hoping that he could hear us. Hey! Hey, over here! Come on! Go! Keep breathing! Don't stop breathing! Let's go! Keep in the boat!
All of a sudden, here's this Zodiac. It's like godsend. It was excellent. He was barely breathing. It was real shallow, gargly. A lot of water was being exhaled and inhaled.
District 13, diving accident at KVI Beach. Time now 13:05, channel 1933. 03 to KVI Beach.
Come on, man. Keep breathing, bud. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
When Trucks finally managed to get the boat started, he picked up Rita's son and her husband Bob and headed for shore.
Rita was real frantic. It was really hard to get anything that was too much coherent out of her. She was saying something about, I killed Greg. Greg is hurt. We ran out of air.
Right here. Come on, I'm ready.
The gentleman in the Zodiac pulled up and said, the paramedics need the dive partner now. And I just kind of threw myself into the boat and we headed into shore. I'm a nurse at the health center here on the island, and I deal with this aid crew on a very regular basis. And once I identified them, I knew that he was in good hands. So I ran to Greg, And I knelt down next to him and I kept saying, Greg, don't fight. Don't fight, buddy. You're okay. You're not underwater anymore. And he seemed to quiet down.
King County paramedic Kathleen Bonner took charge at the scene.
This young man had a classic near drowning. He was in acute respiratory distress. He was unable to breathe on his own efficiently. He was coughing and choking and spitting a lot.
So Rita, how far down were you?
He had a fluid in his lungs from the bases up to the clavicles, which is not a good sign.
I don't know.
I just couldn't handle it, and I turned around and I just kept saying, we shouldn't have taken him down. We shouldn't have taken him down.
He did not know his age. He didn't even know that he had been diving. It was very clear that he was unable to get oxygen to his brain.
Greg was taken to Virginia Mason Medical Center, where he was treated by critical care physician Stephen Kirtland.
Okay, has he shown any kind of response?
His lungs were severely injured. The amount of oxygen getting into his blood was very small. In addition, there was the concern of an air embolism or an air bubble being trapped in his brain.
I'll hold the door for you.
Greg was treated in the hyperbaric chamber for 8 hours.
How you doing?
Hi, Greg.
When I got to see Greg, I said, Greg, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to leave you. I didn't desert you. And he gave me the thumbs up and a little nod on the head. And he just kind of reassured me that it was okay.
I can't blame Rita for what happened to us. I feel that she did her best to get us both to the top. It was just a freak accident.
20-year-old Greg Goldstein was released from the hospital without any permanent injury. Recently, he got a chance to meet the men who saved his life that day.
I think the whole scene, all the way around, was extremely lucky. I think there's a class starting on Tuesday. You up for it?
Sure.
I'd like people to know diving isn't that dangerous. The only reason that they had a problem is because he wasn't trained. Otherwise, none of this would have even taken place.
You don't just give somebody the keys to a plane to fly without a pilot's license. The same thing goes for scuba. You don't just give somebody a cylinder and a vest and some fins and a mask and here you go, have fun. It just don't work that way.
I will not take anybody down that's not certified, no matter how enthusiastic the people are to. You need to really take a look at what is at stake.
I plan on getting certified as soon as possible. If it wasn't for those divers being there at that point, I don't think I'd be here today at all. I can't say thank you enough for what they had done.
The lives of many critical trauma patients can be saved if they can get to proper care within the first hour after they're injured. Without an efficient system in place, that golden hour can quickly tick away. This story is not a recreation. It's a look inside the emergency medical facilities in Louisville, Kentucky. August 13th, 1993. Shortly before midnight, Louisville police officer Ramona Kinley radios her dispatcher.
535. Another flight down Kentucky flying. That person's been stabbed. He's not having difficulty breathing, but we still need EMS code 3. He's lost a lot of blood.
I saw him stand on a corner. He waved me down and told me he'd been stabbed. The guy walked up and stabbed him twice, then ran.
He's got lung sounds in both lungs. He's got some funky stuff coming out of the one stab wound in his back.
The victim is admitted to the trauma unit of the University of Louisville Hospital. Among those treating him is Dr. Edmund Hooker.
Stab wounds to the chest have a tendency to be very sick when they get here. You assume that every one of them is going to be dying when they hit the door, if not dead.
You see these, Eddie? Eddie.
When we sat him up, we saw there was one on the back of the left side of the chest and one a little bit lower on the right side.
Start pressing your chest tube for the left. What's his pressure? 170.
What's his first name?
Cap.
22-year-old Delmer Baxter is attended to by Nurse Angie Mullins.
He was having a lot of trouble breathing. It was obvious that he had an injury to the right side of his lung, so they had to put in a chest tube.
Put a tube in the side of your chest, okay, to get your lung inflated again. What'd you get stabbed with, you remember?
Feel like a butcher knife.
Okay. You didn't see it?
The purpose of that tube is it drains all the air that's not where it's supposed to be and all the blood out of that chest.
Just hang in there. Quit hush now. Quit all that fussing. You're all right.
Blood.
Oh.
Wait a second. Here. He's got blood on the left side, but no pneumo on either side.
How you doing? Dr. McKenzie.
Dean McKenzie is the trauma surgeon on duty.
Knife wounds to the chest and the abdominal cavity are serious because you don't know how deep the wound is.
Oh, man, what's he doing?
Yeah, lay on your left. I put my finger in the wound in the chest, and it went all the way through. I could feel his lung and his beating heart. We're going to go ahead and open him up, look in his abdomen, and do a pericardial window to make sure he didn't get his heart.
Your dad's outside, Delmer.
Delmer's family is told that he's been a victim of a random stabbing.
He's got like a slow learning disability. I mean, you have to kind of explain things to him.
You all right, Boo? You're okay.
You all right?
You're okay.
I believe he was afraid that he was going to die.
Dad, I think it might help if you just reassure him just a little
Right.
bit. You're okay.
The police officer was what saved his life, because if he had fell over where he was at on the sidewalk, he bled to death for the police, if anybody would ever found him.
Daryl speaking. Hey, Bullet County. Got an 8-year-old juvenile. We got involved in a motor vehicle accident. Let me go ahead and notify Powell, okay?
At 5 p.m., a call comes into Stat Flight reporting a motorcycle accident involving an 8-year-old child. Flight nurse Jody Hignite is among those responding.
Nobody likes to hear we're having a motorcycle accident because those injuries are extremely severe.
8-year-old Shane Bergen was riding on the back of the motorcycle with his father, David.
When I was driving down the road, I seen the truck coming, but there wasn't no room, and I didn't have no place to go, so I had to hit my brakes. The bike ended up on the right side of the road, and Shane ended up under the truck. He was pinned between the A-frame and the asphalt.
In the state of Kentucky, we have a helmet law, and what I really noticed is the one area of his body that was not injured was his head. It was a blessing that they had their helmets on.
While Shane's father is taken on to University of Louisville Hospital, his son is rushed to Cosair Children's Hospital.
Daddy's going to the big hospital, okay? You're in a little kid's hospital.
Children especially have a tendency to bleed to death quickly.
Shane is examined by emergency medicine physician Jim Brown.
You remember everything happened to you, Bubba? He looked like he was maintaining his own airway good. He was alert. He had a particularly nasty-looking hand injury, some bad scrapes and bruises. His abdomen was tender. We want to be sure he wasn't bleeding in his belly.
No, I think that's
See,
fine.
the posterior elements line
Yeah,
up.
they line up just
Anterior
fine.
elements line up. After we finished our initial x-ray survey, we then needed to do further x-rays to be sure that he didn't break any bones.
Put this on his side so it doesn't take off.
It has to go down into your stomach, okay? And you know why? You got maybe something down there. We want to make sure it gets out and you don't vomit.
Kids, like adults, come in a wide range of packages. Some of them do very well, some of them do very poorly as far as being able to cope with being hurt. This kid was fantastic.
Shane's mother, Debbie, arrives at the hospital as soon as she hears about the accident.
His abdomen, there could be a problem, so they're going to check it all out and just eliminate some possibilities. But
I could not fall apart on him. I had to keep my head together for his sake at the time.
Oh, wait just a minute. This is Mom.
Sure. Mom, he looks fine. He's got road rash everywhere, but he looks fine, okay?
They had to take Daddy someplace else. They wouldn't let him come in here, okay? You're being a big boy. You're so brave. Are you cold? Or are you just scared? I know you are. I know you are.
It's one of the most horrible feelings in the whole world. To go through the kind of pain that I knew Shane was going through. One of the most trying, one of the hardest things that anybody will ever have to do. If a mother never has to go through it, she needs to count her blessings very much.
He's doing great.
3 blocks away at University of Louisville Hospital, David is treated for lacerations and a back injury.
How you feeling since I last saw you? Feeling a lot better. Feeling better?
I don't know if the surgeons talked to you and what they've come up with so far. He's going to want the spine doctor to take a look at you, make sure everything's intact down there, okay?
David is not a real emotional person, but he was extremely upset.
There's no more bikes for me. Bikes are not going to move. I just bought the bike. It's not going to be a part of my life no more. My babies are too important. I'm not going to take no chance on them.
Sweetheart.
You sure?
Okay. You feel better, baby? Yeah. You got a fever. His injuries were severe road burns on both of his thighs. His right thigh was a borderline 3rd-degree burn. His left thigh was a 2nd-degree burn. He had 2 pieces of his hand gone. So they had to go in there and repair that damage and then do a skin graft.
Love you too.
The next day, Delmer Baxter continues to recover from the stabbing.
He could have been killed easily with that stab wound. It was probably even closer than an inch from his heart. Delmer was very lucky.
In the hospital, and I'm nervous and scared, and I just want to go home.
Delmer?
Yeah?
These are your papers to go home.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm just ready to go home. Bye.
Bye-bye. You take care.
He wanted me to get up here at 7 o'clock to get him. He thought I should just jump out of bed and just come on up here.
He said, you're going to have to get up here now. I'm going to have to get somebody else because they want to release me. I said, well, we'll get there. Don't worry about it. I promised you. Finally, after you promised him a while, then he calmed down a little bit. He was scared dead that we wasn't going to get out of here.
Delmer, goodbye, and thanks for saving my life.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes, sir.
To have somebody like Delmer, who, being a fairly innocent person, obviously did not instigate what happened to him, it makes you become a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more understanding.
See you, Delmer. Bye.
Let's get this whole film over again.
It's been a month since David Bergen and his son Shane had the motorcycle accident.
I think I take it back. People that I really want to thank is the people who did a skin graft on my hand and cleaned my legs and the person who drove the helicopter.
You're a crazy boy.
Yeah, I was born that way, Dad.
You're born.
I'd like to say to the doctors that they helped me a lot and did everything they could for me.
I truly, with all my heart, don't believe that I would have my son today if he had not had a helmet on.
I'm very, very lucky. $10! I'm glad that I wore a helmet.
Next.
I wanted her to stay with me on the phone. I felt that she could be in a lot more danger if she left that house.
So you just stay with me so I know you're okay.
Most days when kindergarten class lets out, 5-year-old Amanda Shook of Owasso, Michigan rides a school bus a few miles to another school much closer to her home, where her mom picks her up. But neither Amanda nor her parents, Andrea and Joe Shook, were prepared for what happened on the afternoon of January 15th, 1993.
Mom, I'm home. Mom. 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 Mom, are you up there? Mom, where are you?
Emergency 911.
Hi. I just got home
from school. And my mom, she's not here. Okay.
Shiawassee County Dispatcher Michelle Spencer took the call.
She didn't do it on purpose. She probably came to pick me up, but Ryan's dad took me home. Okay, what is your name? Amanda Shook, and my number.
I can remember hearing this little voice, and it was so shaky. I had to find out why she was there. And I had to find out if I couldn't help her somehow feel safer.
Did your mom leave you a note or anything? No. Okay, do you have any idea where she might go? No, she probably went to the school. Oh, you think she's there looking for you? Yes. Okay. What school do you go to, Amanda? Bentley. To Bentley School? Do you go to school all day? I don't know how much hours we stay there. Probably just an hour. Oh. Do you usually come home for lunch, Amanda? Yes, and I'm hungry too. And you're hungry too? Are you inside your house? Yes.
The other dispatcher on duty that day was Judy Voorhees.
I called the school, and they were very cooperative, went out and tried to see if we could locate the mother, see if she was sitting out there waiting for Amanda, but they had no luck. They couldn't find her car.
Is the police there? Yeah, you're talking to the police. That's me. Okay. Is there any way...
I did talk with someone that knew the Shook family, so she gave me the information of where Dad worked.
Do you have any brothers and sisters? Yes. You do? Two brothers. These are brown? I don't have any sisters.
I did call her father, but he was gone to lunch. So I left a message and told him I needed to speak with him. It was very important.
Is your daddy's first name Joe? Yeah. Is it? Okay. How do you know that? Well, because that's what 911 tells us. Tells us what your daddy's name is.
I wanted her to stay with me on the phone where I knew she'd be okay. I felt that she could be in a lot more danger if she left that house and went searching for her mom.
So you just stay with me so I know you're okay. I'm okay, but I'm really scared. Yeah, I know. It is scary sometimes, but that's okay. You did the right thing. Did they teach you how to use 911 at school? I just learned in my mind. Oh, good. Do you have a grandma and grandpa in town? Yeah. Do they? I don't know their number. Oh, okay. Okay. Do you know their name? Yeah, I have one grandpa. He died, and the other one, he's not real, my grandpa. I don't know what to do. Well, just hold on, because I think I have your daddy on another phone. My daddy? Yeah.
Her father called me back just a few minutes later, and he was very concerned.
So you're not scared anymore?
I was quite flabbergasted because we had never put her in that type of predicament. And I could just imagine the fear that she must be feeling at the time.
What is he going to do with you? Oh, I don't think he's going to do anything. I just think he wants to make sure you're not scared. When is he going to be here? Well, we're gonna find out so that you'll know, and I'll just stay right on the phone with you until he gets there. Would that be okay? Yeah. And you could just talk to me some more.
I sat in the truck waiting for her, watching these other kids get off the buses, and when she didn't get off, I thought something really awful could have happened. I thought I'd wait a few more minutes, and this lady comes out and asks me if I was Amanda Shook's mother. I instantly knew something wasn't right.
On the phone with 911, she's fine.
How did she get home?
I don't know, but
okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
But it's better with someone with me. Oh, I know it is. We'll get somebody to your house real fast. I was scared to call you because I thought you guys were going to arrest her. Oh, no. You don't have to be afraid to call. No, we'll help you. We're not going to arrest your mom.
She was afraid to call 911, and I think a lot of kids are. But if they really feel that they need help, we're there. If this is not a 911 situation, we'll have to tell them that. But we'll do our best.
I'm here. Are you okay? I called 911. Is that your dad? Hello? Hi. Is this Mrs. Shook?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're there. I've been talking to your daughter. She was very scared. She's a very good girl.
I'm proud of her.
I was so glad that she was okay, and Amanda just had this smile on her face that she was glad I was there, and that made me feel really good.
I was happy when my mommy got home, and I was very, very, very happy.
I think Amanda did a great job. She had composure, even though she was obviously upset. I'm not saying that all situations like this should be called into 911, but at 5 years old, she was there alone, and she had no one else apparently to turn to. She trusted us enough to make that call.
We went to the carnival, and
We had a lot of talks about what to do if something like this were to happen again.
We told her specifically that she wasn't to take a ride home from anybody and that she was to be on the bus on the regular routine every day.
Now she has phone numbers listed on the refrigerator to call her grandmother or even a neighbor. I don't think she'll have to use 911 again.
I never been home alone before. I never want to be home alone again.
As parents, we want the best for our children. Although Cindy and James Farrell's daughter, Nicole, had been born with a life-threatening heart condition, they were doing all they could to give her a normal life in their hometown of Shelbyville, Tennessee. But on the evening of June 12, 1992, they were reminded that life is unpredictable, and we can easily be caught off guard.
Nicole was 3 months old when she had her first surgery.
There you go.
The doctors told us that the best thing to do was let her have her first surgery or she would never make it to her first birthday. Well, I worried about her, but, I knew the doctors could only do what they can do.
Cindy's sister-in-law, Jennifer, was visiting that night with two young cousins.
Nicole walked to the door.
Well, wait till I have stuff in the closet. Everything. You can name it. I made it in there. Shoes, mostly. Well, how you find him when you're going to wear him?
Oh, God, Cindy, something's wrong with Nick. At first, I thought she'd fallen, and then she didn't get up.
Nickel.
She turned a purple color, like she was just choking. We knew her heart condition was serious, and we thought she was having a heart attack.
Jennifer called 911, and Bedford County EMS was immediately dispatched to the scene.
It was very hard for me to sit here and look down and see my baby, not breathing.
While waiting for the ambulance, they called Cindy's mother, Virginia Pierce, and she called her husband, Bob, at his lodge meeting.
I told Bob they were taking the baby to the hospital. He says, I'll be right there. That's his joy, is the grandkids.
Within 4 minutes of the call, a medic unit arrived, including EMT Greg Johnson.
Anytime you deal with children, the anxiety level kind of goes up and you get a little bit more nervous just because they're kids. Everybody just kind of looked real scared.
Has she ever had seizures before?
No,
Well, I checked her pulse, and her pulse was okay, and her breathing was okay. Both her lungs were good and clear because she had had a heart problem. The mom decided that it'd be best for her to go to the hospital and get checked out.
The ambulance carrying the little girl took off for Bedford County General Hospital, with family members following behind.
I felt the ambulance slowing down, and I heard Mike say, "What's this up here in the road?" I looked through the little hole between the front and the back, and I could see that a car was sitting upside down.
The paramedic in the back says, "Man, we've got to stop and check on this person."
Is there anybody else involved in the accident?
I don't know. I just heard a noise and came out.
Okay.
I was thinking, why can't they just go on and get my baby to the hospital? Then again, I can understand. That's their job.
They need oxygen and C-collar, Greg.
Nichols' father, James, went to see what had happened.
Okay, you've been in that.
No, I run over to him. This is my father-in-law.
Okay, go back. Don't let her know what's going on.
The ambulance driver one told me, he says, whatever you do, he says, don't tell her that's her daddy.
Fire! Having some breathing problems. It looks like maybe some chest trauma.
Mike said this guy's having a really hard time breathing.
Okay, sir.
Every time he would take a breath, instead of his chest rising like it normally does, it would kind of sink in.
Okay, don't move, sir. Lay still.
It was a flail chest, and that's where 3 or more ribs are broken in 2 or more places.
The paramedic explained to me that they had a 49-year-old male with severe chest trauma. He says, ma'am, we can work on your daughter once we get her to the hospital. And I thought, this is a young baby. This baby hasn't lived long. You know, this man is 49 years old. He's been on this earth 49 years. Just let him be, you know. And, you know, it's bad to think that, but when it come to my kid, I thought it.
Technically, you're not supposed to leave a patient. If the child had been any worse or had been unstable at all, I never would have left her. But I felt that this guy needed a lot more help right at that moment.
Virginia was waiting at the hospital for her youngest granddaughter to be brought in, and her husband Bob and other family members to join her.
What's going on? And I said, James, what's the matter? He says, go out there and talk to Daddy. That was James's father. What's wrong? And then he told me that it was Bob, and he's bad.
While doctors examined Nickel, Bob arrived at the same emergency room.
And when they brought him in, to me, he didn't show no life. Oh, Bob, no. I wanted to go in the emergency room to see him. They wouldn't let me see him.
Can I get you to give them some information, please?
I heard my mama start screaming that it was my daddy.
It's Daddy.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to think. Knowing that they was talking about this man, and I was saying, let the man die. It's hard to think back on that.
My granddaughters. They says, Granny, we want to see Papa. I said, honey, Papa's hurt. And I says, he'll be all right. Honest. Papa will be fine. He'll come home. I promise, okay? To me, he wasn't going to come home. That's just the way I was feeling.
Bob had suffered 14 broken ribs, a punctured lung, and a bruised heart. A life flight helicopter transferred him to Vanderbilt Hospital in critical condition. He underwent surgery, but over the next couple of days, his condition continued to deteriorate.
The doctor said he keeps mumbling about a baby. I think he had in his head that something happened to that baby.
The last thing he remembers on his mind was that his little angel was sick. And I finally made it down there Sunday. You know, I grabbed Daddy's hand and I said, Daddy, I said, Nicholas fine.
They said when Cindy come up and told me that is when I took a turn and started getting better. Till that time, I guess I just didn't care.
Four months later, Bob Pierce has completely recovered from the accident. Because of continuing heart problems, 2-year-old Nickel underwent another surgery to correct a faulty heart valve.
The doctors say it's just buying her some time. They're needing to replace that defective valve, but they can't do that until she's 16, 17 years old.
Pretty horse.
I think she has a good relationship with her grandfather. I think they're closer than they used to be.
Hey, sweetheart.
Bob might have grown up a little bit, too. Instead of being a 49-year-old kid, he grew up to be a 50-year-old man.
I think Bedford County and the trauma team and everybody just did a superb job. Pretty, look at it, man. I can be driving down the road and I'll notice things and pay attention to things that I didn't notice before. And I don't tend to take my family and the children for granted anymore.
He didn't used to tell me he loved me, but now, every once in a while, he'll let it slip. He says, I do still love you a little bit. I says, yeah, okay,
Walk and run a little bit. The good Lord has got some other thing that he wants me to do.
Yeah.
He's got a reason for me being alive. I don't know how many the viewers or whatever have grandkids kids or children. But to me, just the opportunity of being around and seeing them, I'd go through it all over again.